Rick Britt, and I am Business Director at Wardo Sprague. I am excited to present and share this information with you this evening. So I'm excited that you guys have joined us and look forward to sharing this information. Give me a second. I'm going to share my screen and get into my slide presentation for this evening. And we're going to have a good time sharing this information on debt acceleration. There we go. You all should be able to see my screen now. All right, so we are in our Community Financial Education Forum. We're excited about it. As Dr. Hurd said, I am Business Director at Wardo Sprague, and the topic tonight is the basics of debt acceleration. And I'm excited about sharing this information with you guys this evening. So we are going to jump into my presentation for this evening. And I'm trying to slow down so I don't talk super fast because I'll get rolling and and press the accelerator on speaking. So I'm going to slow down. So the basics of debt acceleration. Debt acceleration is a financial strategy used to pay off debt more quickly than the original repayment schedule. It can save you money on interest and help you achieve financial freedom sooner. So debt acceleration is one of the things that most people consider, and a lot of people don't end up doing with the loans that they have, but they do think about it. A lot of people get into loans with the thought processes that they're going to accelerate. Yeah, we're going to pay this off quickly, and then life happens. So we're going to talk about several different ways you can accelerate your debt. And some of these you can use more than one of these strategies at the same time. And then a lot of them you can just use by themselves. So here are some basic strategies for debt acceleration. Number one, prioritizing debts. One of the things you can do when you're prioritizing your debts, or the thing you can do when you're prioritizing your debts, is list all your debts, including the interest rates and minimum payments, and then focus on paying off high interest debts first while making minimal payments on the rest of your debt. So you prioritize your debt, sit down, write it all down, including the interest rates and the minimum payments. And then take your time paying off the high interest rates, because the key in a debt acceleration a lot of times is accelerating it so that you're not paying all the interest that you signed on to pay for. So you want to start off with the high interest debts first, and then make the minimum payments on the rest of your debt. And you can begin to knock it out as you prioritize those debts. And this is one route, of course. So number two, extra payments. You can allocate any extra money, such as bonuses, tax refunds, or savings from budgeting, to make additional payments on your prioritized debt. And this helps reduce the principal balance faster. Now, this is a tricky one that a lot of people engage in and don't understand some of the things that can happen with making extra payments. A lot of people take on debt and then they start making extra payments, assuming that the lender is going to accelerate their debt. And I learned when I was doing mortgage accelerations, there's a lot of different tricky ways that lenders will not let you do extra payments. They will let you send in the extra payment and not credit it to the principal. They'll just add it to the loan, and some of them will hold it. I've seen where they held it until the next payment, or took the extra that you sent and added it to the next payment that's going to go in. And so what you have to do when you're doing extra payments is you want to make sure you should do this prior to getting the loan. When you're looking at getting a loan, you should make sure you can accelerate the loan and pay it off early. Some loans you get, they may not allow you to accelerate loans, and extra payments is the way that a lot of people do it. A lot of people do it with mortgage loans, and mortgage loans, I found when I was doing mortgage acceleration, very tricky with the extra payments. A lot of times, well, a lot of people don't know if you add an extra payment or add extra money to your mortgage payment and send it in towards the principal, you can, of course, take the principal balance down faster and also take the decrease the amount of interest that you pay. So when you're doing extra payments, a lot of mortgage companies will require you to request it and not send the payment in with your regular mortgage payment, send it in as a separate payment. And then also, when you send it in as a separate payment, note on the separate payment that you're requesting to apply this to the principal. Because if you don't, some of the lenders, if you don't do all those steps, they won't apply it to the principal, because their goal when you got the loan from them is they wanted you to pay all the interest that they are charging you. So they're not in the business of helping you accelerate your loan in most cases. So extra money and extra payments will definitely work, but a lot of times it's tricky. And like I said, I recommend on the front end requesting or checking to see before you get the loan, is this a loan I can make extra payments to and I can accelerate this loan and see if it works, because then it may not be a loan that you need to get, especially if you have good intentions of making extra payments to accelerate that loan. So you can allocate extra money, and of course, just make sure that you're allowed to do extra payments with this particular loan. And then, are there any steps or certain requirements that they require for you to do in order to send in extra payments? Because, like I said, when I was doing the mortgage accelerations, I found it to be very tricky because different mortgage lenders had different ways that they would allow you to accelerate or do extra payments on your mortgage. So extra payments are interesting. They will work, but a lot of times with loans, you have to make sure that you are allowed to do extra payments and how they'll credit that extra payment toward the loan. Bi-weekly payments. Instead of making one monthly payment, split it into two bi-weekly payments. This results in an extra payment each year, reducing the overall interest and loan term. So bi-weekly payments are an easy way if you don't have extra money to accelerate, the extra payments to accelerate. Well, you can still make this regular payment each month, but just split it into two bi-weekly payments, and you still end up making an extra payment each year, and you're accelerating your loan. Once again, you have to make sure that companies will accept the bi-weekly payment, because I found that some companies, you decide you're going to do bi-weekly payments, you just start doing it and you don't call them and let them know what you're trying to do or ask for permission or find out if you can do this with the loan. I've seen where people are making bi-weekly payments, and when the first payment comes in, they just hold it until the second payment comes in, and then they credit it to your account. So you're thinking you're making bi-weekly payments, and you are making bi-weekly payments, but they're only posting it as one monthly payment. So it is another tricky area when you're trying to accelerate your loan, even with this, with no extra money going in, with making the same monthly payment, just splitting it up. You still have to be careful with the loan, and definitely let the lender know, hey, that I want to see if I'm able to make biweekly payments. And a lot of loans, they will let you know. Well, most of them will let you know if you can or if you cannot. But bi-weekly payments will allow you to make an additional payment over the year's time, reducing the overall interest and the loan term. Debt snowball method. The debt snowball method is paying off your smallest debts first, then roll the amount you are paying into the next smallest debt. This creates a snowball effect, helping you gain momentum as you see debts eliminated. So the snowball effect, a lot of people use this snowball method, and I like it. It works. I used it in the past, starting off paying off the smallest thing, and it gives you a sense of accomplishment when you're paying off. And a lot of times the snowballing method, the debt snowball method works for a lot of people because you see yourself paying off stuff. So as you see it working, it gives you the discipline to continue paying off each debt because you see those smaller debts being eliminated. The other part of that is you have to maintain the discipline not to create, and this is with all of these acceleration methods, you have to maintain the discipline not to create any more debt as you pay off debts and start eliminating debts. But the snowball method is very good because it's just exciting to me when you start seeing those debts being eliminated, even if they're small debts, and then you roll that money into the next one, and then you see it paying off, and it's just an exciting way to pay off debt to me. The debt avalanche method. Focus on paying off debts with the highest interest rates first. This minimizes the amount of interest paid over time and helps you become debt-free faster. So this is just paying off. This is kind of like the first one I told you, prioritizing your debts. And then with the avalanche method is you just start paying off your highest interest rate debts first, and then just do it based on not on payment or amount, just on the interest. Because remember, the key to most debt is the lender is trying to make interest off the money that you have borrowed or off the loan that you have. So if you can knock down the high interest rates first, then you start minimizing the amount of debt interest that you paid over time, and it helps you become, of course, debt-free faster, and you'll pay it off. So the debt avalanche method is a good method. All of these are good methods to use, and this one is just knocking out that high interest first and continuing to move forward. Refinance or consolidate. Consider refinancing high interest debts or consolidating multiple debts into one with a lower interest rate. This can simplify payments and reduce overall interest costs. So the exciting part about refinancing is a lot of people get into loans with high interest rates, and they have intentions of refinancing. And refinancing is good because if you have the discipline and the intentions of doing it, then definitely by all means, once you get that loan and you made payments over a period of time, look at refinancing it to decrease the interest rate that you're getting, and you'll also decrease the debt that you're paying because you're going to basically restructure the original loan when you refinance. And then consolidating. Consolidating is extra good. I did this coming out of college, consolidated all my debt, and consolidated multiple debts into one with a lower interest rate. And then I was able to pay them off because the consolidation loan was just one loan, but it was a lower interest rate than the multiple loans that I had together, basically. So I put all of that into one loan with a lower interest rate, and then it made it simple to pay one payment, and it got me out of debt faster. So I definitely have used both of these actually. I've refinanced the loan before and done the consolidate method. So both are good ways to accelerate your debt and get out of debt and manage your debt faster. So definitely a good way to handle your debt and move forward with accelerated. Cut expenses. Create a budget and identify areas where you can cut back on spending. Redirect these savings towards paying off your debt. This one should be called just have discipline. Cutting expenses is one of the most difficult things that most people do or try to do. But if you can cut your expenses, you can definitely get out of debt faster, because just some things you just have to look at that you can cut back on spending on, and then you're freeing up cash to begin to pay off other debts. So cutting expenses takes a lot of discipline, but it can be a way that you can definitely get out of debt faster. And that is, to me, one of the most difficult ways for most people to get out of debt, because a lot of people, as they see their expenses being cut, they lack the discipline not to create other debts. And then once you create other debts, you're back into the vicious cycle. Increase income. This is one of OIC 10K staples. We believe that you should have an increasing income strategy. So you look for opportunities to boost your income, such as a side job or selling unused items. Use the additional earnings to accelerate your debt payments. So increasing income strategy, looking for other ways to make money. That is what we're all about here at OIC 10K. The opportunity is here, and this is one of the debt strategies or debt acceleration strategies to get involved in an opportunity or a side job where you can make more money and then use that extra income to accelerate your debt. And here, just a little sidebar, here at OIC, the income you can make is definitely significant, so it can help you accelerate your debt and get out of debt much quicker than you could ever anticipate. And then selling unused items. A lot of people have unused items that just sit around, things that they purchased, they thought they were going to use and never got around to, or just didn't use. And then they let them sit, and they could be making money off them. You could sell them and definitely use the extra income to pay off debt. So there are various income increasing strategies that you can definitely try and get involved in to increase your income. And definitely having a side job or getting involved in an opportunity or selling your unused stuff. So by following these strategies, you can accelerate your debt repayments and achieve financial freedom sooner. So a lot of people miss out on accelerating their debt, paying it off earlier because they lack discipline. So each of these strategies, like I said in the beginning, you can do a couple of them at the same time, or you can look at one of these strategies and definitely maximize that strategy, and you'll find yourself eliminating your debt and getting out of debt faster. But definitely take the time to look at your finances and work on accelerating your debt so that you can become financially free and have a much better lifestyle. Debt and getting rid of debt creates a better quality of life. And that's what we're focused on, definitely getting you to the point where you have that quality of life and you're not letting debt consume you. So this has been just some basic tips on debt acceleration. So if you have any questions or need more information or more personalized advice, feel free to ask. And we can definitely get back with the person that invited you. We can answer your questions. We can give you more insight on debt acceleration and look at some opportunities to accelerate your debt and achieve more in this area. So thanks for allowing me to share this information with our community. And we're looking forward to seeing you again very soon. I've been Eduardo Sprague, Business Director with OIC 10K. My time is up for this evening, and I